wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gabby.
Hey,
it's Friday.
everybody.
That's Dalethea. I'm Travis. And we have a sound system in the family. Actually, everybody has a sound system in their car but me.
You don't have a car to have a sound system.
Sitting out there. It's got 2 tins
You
in it.
have a motorcycle. Those don't have sound systems.
Earbuds. Ah!
We're starting with Bianca Bel-Air on SmackDown with a contract signing, it looks like.
Yeah, I was hoping she'd just stay on Raw. But it looks like she's been on Raw and SmackDown. So, Bianca, is she going to talk or is she actually going to wrestle? It looks like she's in talking clothes. What do you think? Talking clothes?
Maybe.
Who's that? Charlotte. She's in talk. No, that's Becky. What is she wearing? Why is she wearing that?
Bianca?
Sasha can look so good and then she wears shit like that.
Oh, I haven't seen her yet. I didn't look up when
She was
came
dancing
out.
on the table.
Sasha?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Bianca?
There's 3 women out there.
Already?
Yeah. And they're letting us know that the Crown Jewel pay-per-view on the 21st is coming up soon.
On
She's
the commentator's table?
dancing.
Oh, that's why.
Bianca's in the ring, and Becky has a desk in the middle of the ramp. No shit, she just had a desk halfway up the ramp.
That's fine. They kept them separated. They're like, we need to keep you guys completely separated from each other. we don't want you guys to interact. It's stupid.
Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big.
Right?
Oh. Wow. Anybody else have a great week? I had a great week. Who are you texting for that long? That's weird. That's a long text. My texts are like 5 words or less.
I was just trying to decide what I really wanted to say, I guess. Aaron's in the
See,
chat.
now she's
Walter's
up-
in the chat.
See, she's dancing on the table, but she's like in a swimming suit that's long sleeved.
Right.
Just, no thank you.
Walter and Sophie are in the chat. Alita's out there. Hey, Alita.
Hey, Alita.
How are you guys doing?
Sophie. It's good to see
Robbie's
everybody in
the
here.
chat. Hey, Robbie.
Robbie.
Let's see. Sophie says, with the Saudi Arabia show, WWE wants it to be a can't miss event because they know people think it is like a house show. Sophie says, you know, the next 2 weeks Dynamite will be on Saturday nights because of hockey on Wednesday. They broke up every female tag team during the draft this week. Yeah, they did. They,
Not all of them.
Shotzi and Nox are on different brands. Natalia and Tamina are different brands. The only ones that's still on the same brand are Rhea and Nikki, who
Ash.
are the champions right now. Robbie says, what going on, people, everything.
Here it is.
All right.
See her at a desk on the ramp.
I'm sure it's because they need to keep them completely separated from each other, right? Olivia says, yes,
Part of the
I
pandemic.
did. Walter says AEW was good Wednesday, so his chat must be boring since D isn't reading the comments. Vindicator says, hello to the phone. Travanator was curious if you guys cared enough about Crown Jewels to do predictions.
I think we'll probably try to figure that one out. I'll have to talk to Joe.
Alita says, oh, the seamstress left WWE and now in AEW. Wow. Walter says, Sasha Banks, boo. Sophie says, so I'm guessing after the Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, Rob won't have a women's champion. Walter says, why is Becky Lynch outside the ring near entrance?
Becky is on Raw, and so is
But why,
Bianca.
if you're going to say that, why is Sasha over on the commentator's desk?
Well, she's dancing. Fuel?
Fuel? You're...
She should have called her a fusey. Floozy. Nobody missed you. All right, seriously, Not the greatest on the mic. She's not trash, but she's not the greatest on the mic. Thank you. All you keep doing is returning and returning and returning.
She leave, you
Maybe-
come back, she leave, she
maybe
come
you
back,
should
she
hang out
leave,
for
she
a
come
minute.
back. Robbie says, LOD, trying to repeat my UK slang is funny. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Film says, hey, what's up? I'm here. Who's winning and who's losing on SmackDown? Don't know. No, there
No
hasn't been a match
matches yet. Right
We're
now,
at a
we're all
contract
winning
signing.
because we have 3 beautiful women out in the ring. But
Sophie says, so SmackDown will have 2 women's champions since Charlotte is on SmackDown and Sasha is also on SmackDown.
yeah, but that wouldn't mean that Sasha wins the title
In
and
the triple
Charlotte
threat.
loses the title and it goes to Raw,
Right.
or they just switch them.
Chris says, what is Sasha wearing? And you aren't the blueprint. That's Matt Morgan.
Old Matt Morgan.
Ravi says, Bel-Air chats so much as she's convincing herself. Walter says Bel-Air is outnumbered. Sophie says the joke is that Sasha has the Brock Edge schedule since she comes and goes. Film's like, yes, the beautiful women, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Bianca went to throw the chair, but she wasn't strong enough to get it over the... That was pretty funny. She's one of the strongest people in the wrestling.
Who?
Bianca.
Bel-Air? What
She
did
picked
do?
up the chair to throw it out and, like, couldn't get it over. She had to, like, lift it twice.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Oh! She's rearranging furniture.
What does she have?
Yeah, she has very soft pants on. They're like silky
Does she?
parachute pants.
She has wings on her shoes. That's what I was trying to get out of my mouth. She has wings on her shoes.
Well, she
Oh
can't
my
fly.
goodness. Robbie says, oh, ooh, Bella is hard. Sophie says this is interesting contract signing. That's why they had them separated. I guess it got out of hand already. Film says, P.S. about Jordan. She's from Impact
Vince is in the
Wrestling.
back
She's
and
a
he's
girl.
like, this is like rustling cats.
What kind of cat fight you want to see? Robbie says
Oh,
Sasha
shit.
rolling up on Mans. Randy Sam's in the chat. Hey, Randy says, hey, Wrestling Gab, how you feel
She's
about
going to try to get
USA
both of them.
Want Raw to
She did
be
it. She's got both of them
TV 14.
on her back. Look at that. Oh, she dropped it.
And use bad words now. And
Oh.
Davey Boy Smith Jr. is rumored to be on SmackDown. Maybe he be in the tournament.
Right through the table. Bianca gets hers.
Okay, so I'm going to reread that because I don't know if this is true, but if it is, it's interesting. Randy Sam says, hey, Wrestling Gab, how you feel about USA wanting Raw to be TV 14 and use bad words now?
Get on it.
If
I don't know
that's
if...
true, then they should definitely do something like that and get away from the PG crap because I think it just ruins them. And it's not because it shouldn't be kid-friendly, but
Most
how
of
little
us-
kid-friendly are you going? Like 3-year-olds?
Most of us are going to let our kids watch it anyways. Shit, I grew up in a time period where they had boobies on TV.
I grew up in a time period where the words in my household that I knew and swore were God damn it, son of a bitch, and shit. Like, those were words in my household I heard all the time and never got reprimanded for ever saying.
My grandma had a picture in the kitchen that said, fuck housework. I'd rather be playing golf.
Anyways, and then he says, Davey Boy Smith Jr. is rumored to be on SmackDown. Maybe he be in the tournament.
Good for him. I haven't seen him. I didn't even know he belonged to WWE.
King of the Ring tournament and the Women's Queen's Crown is tonight. Yes. Let's see. Film does say PS about Jordan. She's from Impact Wrestling and she's a girl. Okay. Just in case you wondered.
Is it?
I have no idea who you're talking about, but okay, buddy. I don't know who Jordan is or anything about her. Walter's like, Travis is funny, LOL. Sophie says, at least we got one match for both the Queen's Crown and the King of the Ring tournaments, but no brackets for both of them. What are you looking for?
A stick.
Oh. Well, you have a whole bucket of them over there, or you could probably find one just laying on the ground, because that's usually where they end up.
It's like a nightstick. Beat you with it.
Everywhere. They're everywhere. They're
All
even
right,
in the
this is the
bed.
first round match. I need a bracket. Why haven't they shown us a bracket?
Walter says Travis is funny. Alita says, look at that strength for what happened earlier.
Yes, that's when she was had her on both of
Robbie
them on her
says,
back.
through the table, why are they making Bel-Air looking like something she's not? I heard the Gab is PG. Did you?
Yeah,
Why?
we're close. We're trying to be woke if we can, and we're trying to be a little bit PG when we get there, but not always.
Walter says, Rey Mysterio, Alita's like, right, D? And Eric says, hey, Wrestling Gab, you know what? Funny, I'm hearing rumors that Braun wants to come back to WWE, and WWE said no. But I think this is a trick. He might come back, and I don't know what happened with Bray. His contract is up is done October 31st. Yeah, his 90 days. Yes. Robbie says, I didn't use bad language until I heard D on the Gab. Good. I'm glad I can be a horrible influence upon all of you. It's what I strive for in life, just so you know. Let's see.
They're helpful but annoying.
All right, here's a trivia question.
Ooh.
Whose catchphrase is, this is my house? Eric Travis says his contract ends in October 31st for Bray. Very interesting. Sophie says Davey Boy Smith Jr. re-signed with the WWE this summer. Luke is in the chat. Hey, Luke. He says, I grew up when people still left their doors unlocked. Wrestlers cussed. Jerry Springer allowed brawls on his show, and Skinamax existed. Right? Robbie's like, no, I can't stop using bad language. It's probably all those patients you're around, Robbie. That's probably why. Walter's like, hey, Luke. Vindicator says those crowns look very cheap. I guess McBossman is a penny pincher these days, roster cuts and all, but laughing. He probably got them from the dollar store.
I want a crown. Do they have jump crowns at the dollar store?
They probably have crowns at the Halloween store if you want one before Halloween. Jeff Samuels in the chat. Hey, Jeff says, hi, Wrestling Gab. How you feel about Daniel Garcia, LOL? Is he interesting to you guys?
Over there on AE Dub?
I don't know him.
Isn't he
Is
the
he
one
that weird guy that has the weird writing on his butthole?
I don't know. Okay, pump the brakes. What are you even talking about? Who has writing on their butt?
He has writing on his butt, on his britches, on his outfit. On
He's
his
the one that keeps wrestling. He's
death.
in that group.
He has red death all over his butt.
Oh, maybe.
That's him, then. Sophie says Johnny Gargano contract ends on December 2nd. Walter says Jerry, LOL. Film Nation says I hope Johnny Gargano doesn't leave WWE. I like him.
Old Johnny
is the
Wrestling. He
best.
doesn't get treated right. How would you like to see him get treated on the main roster if he ever got called up?
Looks like everyone in chat hearing rumors, but no one can give sources. I love it. I like rumors. Anyways, Jeff Samuels
I have a
laughing
source.
at Luke.
I got it from Wrestling Gab chat.
Yeah, I have a source. I got it from my own brain. I made it all up, and it was amazing.
What is that? That just looked fucking tastic. I think I'm just starving.
Johnsonville's like, it's like if you took their, so instead of it being bacon, it's like strips of different meats that you can cook.
Look like hot dogs
Yeah,
sliced.
basically, yeah, like that kind of stuff. Anyway, Sophie says, well, I call this a season premiere when the aftermath of the draft begins on October 22nd.
Because that's when they started on Fox.
As a season premiere.
Their second year on Fox. Would they sign a 3-year deal, I think? They're almost done, aren't they? Or was it 4?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Vindicator says reliable sources might not exist anymore, Luke. And Robbie says, I do get called the C word a lot. Do you get called a cunt? You get called a see you next Tuesday? Is that a word that's used a lot over here in the...
Or is that crackhead?
In the crazy wards of English
I love
hospitals.
this rain. Maybe my grass will start growing again.
It won't. It's cold.
Don't
It's
talk to me
supposed
like
to be
that.
freezing. By the way, we are outside. It is cold.
It is cold.
And it is raining.
I got so cold last night hooking up the system in McKinn's car that I shivered all night.
Anyways, we're back from our commercial break, and the answer to that trivia question was Paige.
Hey.
Jeff Samuel says, Wrestling Gab, did you throw a party when Instagram and Twitter got shut down? Just kidding, guys. I did. I did a little
didn't
jig
know
and a dance.
Twitter got shut down.
I don't know if Twitter is involved with Facebook, but Instagram wasn't working either. Walter says CM Punk said the S word on AEW. What's the S word? Slut? Shit? Sweet?
Sour sucker? I don't know.
Loser? I have no idea. I'm not the S word. Sophie says Adam Cole,
Shit.
Brian Danielson. Sheet?
Sheet.
He's a sheet?
Sheet.
He's a sheep. That makes sense. What the fuck is that ugly shit?
That's a crown. And
what in the hell are those things that we are supposed to sit on? Are those supposed to be thrones?
Yeah.
Oh my God, what did they do? Go to the garbage heap and said, you know what? I really think that we should make him out of garbage.
There's
your bracket.
Hurry, hey, I can't see it. Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn starting it out. That's looking good. Jinder Mahal's going to lose to Kofi Kingston. Oh, look at that, though. If Woods and Kofi win, they have to wrestle each other.
That's amazing.
So maybe Jinder will win.
They'll
that.
have stupid Woods
Who was
win.
Woods going up against? There he goes.
Ricochet.
Look, he gave up his throne. Now he's just the Intercontinental Champion.
Ricochet is going
Ricochet,
against Xavier Woods. Rey Mysterio and Sami Zayn right now. Cesaro against Finn Balor. Kofi Kingston against Jinder Mahal. And Xavier Woods against Ricochet.
One of those guys have to be the... Maybe Sami Zayn wins it all? Jinder Mahal would be a good king.
Sophie says Adam
He's
Cole,
already
Bryan
the
Dennison, and
Mahal
CM Punk are
Russia.
such big draws. Why have AEW Dynamite's ratings keep going down after they debuted? Because they're boring. Robbie said, that's my answer, because they're boring. Nobody wants to hear CM Punk talk all the fucking time.
They want to see him wrestle.
Fucking talk.
That was a huge power bomb. So is Sami Zayn going to win this? Should he be the king? How'd you become king then?
I don't know. According to this, you have to have a tournament and fight each other in a ring. Ravi says D loves clickbaiting. Do I? Is that what it is? Sophie says both Johnny and Ciampa said they would retire if they get called up to the main roster.
Well, that's how they know how to get rid of them.
That's all you do.
Because
and
their
then keep
contract
them to their word for it.
Their contract will stop if they're not wrestling. So they'll never be able to sign anywhere else.
Yep.
So all they have to do is call them up to the main roster, let them retire, and then they belong to WWE. Look at that move by Rey Mysterio. Hurricane Rana. That was fantastic.
Walter says at 9:05, I'm going to be here Monday for Raw, though. All right. Robbie says at work, I do, D. Yeah, you get called a cunt a lot. That's really sad. People are really mean when they're, crazy.
Look
and
at
angry.
that frog splash. 2.
Lita says 3-year deal
hell's
just
wrong
to
with-
see how it goes. For Fox, the 3-year
I wonder
deal.
if they'll stay with Fox. I wonder if Fox will re-sign him.
Yeah.
That's
Guess
coming
it
up a
depends
year
on
from
how
today.
Good it's going. Walter's like, yes, got it. Sophie says they signed with Fox in 18, but didn't debut on Fox until 19. Sophie says Pat McAfee won't be in Saudi Arabia. Maybe he's not allowed. Robbie says LOD, they went garage sale to buy them. Did they? They went to the garage
I wonder
sale?
if Tony Khan's seeing the money that WWE is pulling in. If he's like, hey, I bet we could get a lot more money out of our contract after it's over with TBS.
Oh, right. Luke says it wasn't Twitter. It was just Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp all went down for hours, not even a day after the Facebook whistleblower showed up. Millions of people lost their social media. I bet they all cried about it too. Losers.
I didn't even know it was down. Delethea told me.
Well, I was trying to
I
look
was
at
like, what does
something
that
on
mean?
Marketplace, and then when I was on, what do you call that?
Instagram?
No.
What's that?
No, search engine. When I was on
Oh.
a search engine,
You'd click on it and it wouldn't go anywhere.
when I went to a search engine, it popped up little blurbs like 6 hours ago or 2 hours ago.
Dominic's going to turn on his fascia right now.
2 hours ago or 6 hours ago, this is what was happening or whatever, right? So they were, weird. All right, here's a trivia question. Who is the first SmackDown Women's Champion? Who is the first SmackDown Women's Champion?
I need a year.
There is no year. You don't get yours.
SmackDown. Oh, who was the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion?
Sure.
Who was it?
I'm telling you.
Stephanie McMahon. Helmsley.
Right. Vindicator says you're a tough guy, Travis, but shivering is no good. You gotta wear the proper hat and gloves since heat mostly escapes from your head and hands, I guess, and you must wear a sheepskin coat.
I was laying on freaking rocks and wet mud for like 4 hours. I was in my driveway, and it's like the gravel part of it, and it was cold. Like, I didn't notice how cold it was because I was sweating,
Right.
And then I was gonna shower, and I just decided to take my clothes off and go to bed because it was fucking 1 o'clock in the morning.
Sophie says, we know Sami Zayn won't wrestle in the finals since he isn't allowed in Saudi Arabia. And Ravi says, that ref gets a lot of TV time. Sophie says, CM Punk wrestle more on their tape show than their live show. Interesting.
I forgot about that. That's a good call. I forgot that he is from Syria. He's Syrian descent, and they don't allow Syrians there.
He's not allowed there. Film Nation says, is Sasha Banks wrestling? No.
By the way, I think he would be allowed to go there. I don't think the government would say no to him being there. It would be his choice. It's probably his choice not to go. They want wrestling. You can't tell me all the people in the Middle East turn off the TV every time Sami Zayn's on.
Right. Vindicator says, being talkative is good for the soul, Dalethea, but my soul is rotten, so I wouldn't know.
There was a Middle Eastern porn star. I can't remember her name. It's like Khalif or something like that, or Kia or something. I can't. Anyways, she was super famous. She was like the #1 porn star for like years.
Okay.
And she had nothing but death threats from that area because that's where she's from, of that descent, and they don't like it. And then come to find out that like 90% of the people that watched her was from the Middle East. And they all wanted her dead. It's like, are you watching her to kill her, or are you watching her
They're like,
with your phone in your left hand?
We just want to watch her and then do other things to our bodies. Becky Lynch was the answer to the trivia question. If you guessed Becky Lynch, you got it right. Congratulations. Good job, everybody. Sophie says this tournament looks good with the brackets. Film says, I wonder if he said something controversial. I'm talking about Pat McAfee. I wonder if he said something controversial or something. If not, I could be wrong.
He said something on his show, but I don't think it was anything bad.
Alita says, I couldn't talk to my fiance for a whole day.
Ugh.
Because of Facebook being down. Sophie says, do you see the USA Network re-signing NXT to another contract or put them back on the network since NXT ratings haven't been good?
They're good enough to be on USA, right? Like, they're not going to be on NBC, but they're good enough to be on NBC. But Peacock might like the idea of them being only on the network. So people that want to watch NXT have to pay for Peacock. So it might make more sense to move them to Peacock and get them off network television.
Right, yeah.
Because then you might get those people doing that $4.99 a month just to watch 4 episodes of NXT.
True.
It might pay off.
The Indicator says, I will say this SmackDown show will be nothing until Liv Morgan has an important match tonight. We need to see it. And Luke says, of course, amen, Vin, but I bet anything Liv loses by Selena interfering. Robbie says it's Liv's time to shine.
Liv's probably going to win the Queen of the Ring stuff. Or Queen's Crown, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Queen's Crown. So if it says Sami Zayn always missed the Saudi Arabia shows. Vindicator says, I'm over Liv versus Zelina. They don't have any riveting chemistry at all. Plus, Zelina can't wrestle. And Sophie says Sami Zayn was mad that he got drafted last after Gable Steveson. And what's even funnier about it is Steveson isn't going to make his debut until WrestleMania.
It looks like his debut is going to be at WrestleMania. It looks like that's the plan. So maybe he'll win the Rumble.
So that's even funnier.
Well, if his debut is going to be at the WrestleMania, he could win the Rumble. Which means that his debut would be in January. But his first match, one-on-one, would be in
Film says, yes.
March, January,
says their
February.
Twitter beef is riveting and hilarious.
April.
Liv is owning Zelina on Twitter. Zelina is doing so bad, everyone started putting hashtag Boo Vega LOL.
That's hilarious.
So
I like Selena Vega better.
So it's pretty funny. Zelina can talk the talk while in person, but she can't do it very well by tweeting or writing
in
it
the
down.
Twittersphere.
And Liv can't talk out of her ass to save her life in person, yet she has Queen Warrior, keyboard warriorism, when she can type it all out in a tweet. Wow. You know, that takes a lot of effort.
I honestly would lose every single Twitter war also. Or text match. No, that's not happening.
Rory says, D, not impressed by Liv. Sophie says, that's why a lot of people signed up for the WWE network in the first place to watch NXT when it was on the WWE
Look
network.
at that. Rode
Robbie
him
says,
down to the floor.
What is Dom doing?
He's putting the ring back together.
He's making it hard for his dad to win.
Oh, shit. He just attacked Dom. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn with the dub.
Sami Zayn goes on. Sami Zayn moves on to the next round. So, he's
I like
in the
Rey Mysterio,
next
though.
round.
I do like Rey Mysterio.
I like Rey.
But
I
it looks
don't
like the
his
Dominic
son,
Rey thing
but
is going to start imploding right now.
Not a big fan of his son, but... Alright, so that means Sami Zayn is going to go up against either Finn Balor or Cesaro.
That'll be Finn Balor. Although I'd like to see it be Cesaro. Look at Sammy putting on the cape. Is he wearing it on his head? Is he like a prince from
he doesn't
the
know
Middle
what he's
East?
doing. He's moronic.
Alibaba.
Yeah, sure. Film says, oh, Vega, LOL. Film's like, poor Liv, LOL. Robbie says, yes, Sammy with the win. Film says, to be honest, just get off of Twitter. It's just cringe. Robbie says, D, Sammy won, let's go. Sophie says, if Gable Steveson does debut at Mania, they should plant seeds for who his first feud will be with.
Sami Zayn.
Toasty Marshmallow is going to be talking to Seth Rollins with his weird outfit that makes everybody want to throw up. What in the good fucking Lord, dude?
He's
Oh
got the
my God.
MJF jacket
So
on,
is
but
he trying to hypnotize people? Is that what that shirt's all about?
that's
maybe?
probably how he keeps Becky.
Oh my God. Seriously. All right, here's a trivia question for you kinkersaurs out there. Name the diva who has the same last name as her first name. You guys should all know the answers to that. Ravi says, D, you said Dom was decent. Seth, what a lad. Ravi, no, have I ever said that, dude? Seriously. Like, if I have, I think you need to go back through, find it, and put it on our Instagram page so that I can see it, because I've never said it. Looks like Xavier Woods versus Ricochet could be a match of the year candidate if WWE lets them go off. Nah, they'll just make it easy and Xavier Woods will win. So
It'll be a squash match for Xavier.
Ricochet should just lay down in the middle of the ring so that Xavier Woods can win, because that's basically where they've put Xavier Woods, and shit on everybody else because he's just so much better all of a sudden. Fucking bullshit. That guy needs to go
I don't see Xavier
away.
winning and Kofi winning, though. So either the modern day Maharaja is going to win or Ricochet.
Somebody's got to take the fall in that little group of the New Day.
Or they could split the New Day, and that would be fantastic.
Film says, I think Finn Balor should win the WWE King of the Ring tournament. Well, he's going up against Cesaro. I don't know if it's tonight or not, but...
Would you have him a Demon King? Would it be a Demon King?
I don't know. This is that commercial.
I know.
If it looks like bacon, and it tastes like sausage, it's sausage strips.
It's probably got dextrose in it.
Of course it does.
I am so hungry.
That's. You should take care of yourself. I know you're doing something, but you need to take breaks and take care of
you saw when
things.
I got it done. I was already pushing into this stuff. I didn't want to be doing it right up until we had to come live. I'd have been freezing to death. Who shakes hands like that?
And Luke's like, Ricochet or Woods should win the tournament. They're good guys. Why would you have a good guy?
Why are all the baby faces wrestling? Ricochet and Woods are baby faces.
Kofi's a baby face.
Kofi's a baby face. That's 3 from the Raw side. What about the SmackDown side? We got Finn Balor,
Cesaro
babyface.
is
Cesaro,
a good guy.
babyface.
Finn Balor.
It's just
Rey
stacked.
Mysterio was, but Sami Zayn won it.
It's 3-1. Now it's 2-1 over there, babyface. It's 3-1 on Raw. Wow, that's a lot of baby faces.
Right.
Can you really have a babyface be king? It didn't work very well with Nakamura.
Ooh.
Although Nakamura
Amish
didn't win it. He won the crown from Corbin.
Yeah, he just took it from him, literally. He just stole it.
He did.
He didn't even win it. He just stole it. He just stole it from him.
It was a 211.
And then ran around with it. It's like, Jesus Christ, you little thief. My God. Did you check on your chicken's food at all? It's probably
Oh my God.
disgusting and
You do realize we are on TV
I
live.
don't care. Life
It's
still
just-
has to go on no matter what.
Right in
What
the
we're
middle
doing
of the
right
show,
now. Yes, it's commercial. I'm having a conversation.
So you want me to get up and...
No,
go
I said, did you? I
Well, we
didn't
could
say,
do
go
that
do it right
afterwards.
now. Go fucking fix the fucking chicken's food right now. Take your dog outside and be nice to him. Did you feed him or water him today?
He got cheese.
That's it? What'd you guys do? Just feed him a whole bunch of cheese?
Cheese and hot dogs.
Oh my God.
Hey, look.
You guys need to feed him
Be
better
fab.
food than that. What the hell is wrong with you guys?
Oh my God.
So if it's like, I wonder how they
Top
pick
dollar.
who are in these tournaments and what the matches are going to be.
Ashante? Is that his name?
Ashante.
A dude with the name Ashante?
This group looks stupid as fuck. They look dumb.
coming soon.
Barf.
Why would they even advertise their coming? We just saw them get drafted.
Who gives
We know
a
they're
rat's
coming.
patootie? It looks like, hey, Twitter is not all bad. That's how I keep up with wrestling merch. The answer to that trivia question was Kelly Kelly. If you guessed Kelly Kelly, you got it right. Congratulations.
So
Good job.
McAfee looks like he has a woman's blouse on under his sports jacket. It's weird.
Oh, you know what? He probably washed it incorrectly. It's like that commercial.
Look at this.
Where you're supposed to have
What is this?
SmackDown in 2 weeks. That's
Oh.
the SmackDown roster.
I'm like, is this a battle royal? But wait, there's women in it.
Robbie's like, that suit and shirt quality D. Seth has style. Filmation's like, what? Sophie's like, huh? And Film's like, Seth
Look,
Rollins
he's wearing
controls Becky Lynch.
her fist jewelry that says the boss.
Oh,
She left it out there when she was out there.
no, it's Blueprint.
Whatever. I don't care what it says. The point is that he's got it.
Okay, well, he's got the Blueprint is what it says
It
on
used
there.
to say the boss.
Right. So maybe she changed it, but anyways, P. Cole is in the chat. Hey, P. Cole says, hey guys, I had to sit in the drive-thru picking up food. How many fruit rolls on the show so far? Haven't had just one
Just
fruit roll
one.
up. It was Sami Zayn fruit roll up to Rey Mysterio in the King of the Ring tournament. The first match of that happened.
It's underway. The
Film-
tournament has started.
Yeah. Film says, I wish WWE would do something with Ricochet by letting him win matches instead of, let him lose a lot of matches.
It's normal. They do that. They bury that poor dude.
Ravi's like, turkey bacon is dirty. Turkey bacon is disgusting. It's processed crap.
I would have to taste it
Like,
before I judged it, so I'm neutral.
literally is the worst thing you could possibly eat on the planet. You might as well eat pig. You might as well eat real bacon. Roberto is in the chat. Hey, Roberto says hello. Happy SmackDown Friday. Sophia says these tournaments could go any way they want. Anybody could win.
Yeah, everybody is good.
Alita says, sure, better English. Film says, are you ready for a good time? WWE Friday Night SmackDown intro. Sophie says, I mean, anybody could win. And Chris says, here's shit row. There you go. That's exactly what that looks like. Robbie says, who the blue Clark is B-Fab?
She's just a pretty girl.
Blood Clark. Okay.
Blood clot, maybe?
No, Clark, C-L-A-R-T, Clark, B-L-U-D, Blood Clark. It's some probably weird English word stuff or whatever. What slang that means something weird that they can't just use normal words for. They're like, you know what, I'm going to use a fucking fucked up word and put it in there. It's this. Yay.
They talk fantastic over there.
Luke's like, I want cheese. You want to be Argus? He got cheese, poor guy. He looks so gross. I was like, oh my God, you're so skinny. I was like, did you get any water today? I'm like, your nose is kind of dry and a little warm.
All he does is drink water.
It's good for him.
He drinks so
but-
much water that he won't eat because he drinks so much.
Right. Piccolo says, wearing a crown and carry a scepter, does it make you more of a royalty than Queen Charlotte? I don't, maybe it makes him more of royalty. I don't know. Sophie says, top dollar from Hit Real. Already have a big head on Twitter. Chris says, B-Fab is wannabe Jade Cargill. Robbie says, do you probably going to play their songs in your car? God, no. I would never put my car through that horribleness. Film says, to be honest, I would want to see Charlotte Flair win the tournament, but I kind of want to see someone else winning I don't know why, I just have that random feeling.
That
Mocked and
whole
ridiculed.
segment was all Seth Rollins.
It was.
Holy
of him
crap.
going to what's-his-face's.
They should have told me that was coming on. I could have taken a nap.
Well, that's why I wasn't even paying attention. Because it was all him, just all the stuff with Edge and him going to Edge's house and all the other crap. It's stupid. So he says, I wonder how long it will be before they break up Hit Row after they get called up to the main roster. Robbie's like, who the Rars Clark is Hit Row? People.
Oh, you didn't know?
Alita says turkey bacon is nasty. See? I have another person on my side of turkey bacon being nasty. Film says, to be honest, I kind of want to see Rhea Ripley, or my last pick would be a little bit cheesy. But Liv Morgan, you know what? Just let her win so she doesn't cry and whine about it if she loses. I would rather see her win and cry about it than lose and cry about it all the time.
You want to see her win?
I would rather see her win and cry about that
Right.
than lose, because that's all she ever does, and cry about it. It's like, put on your big girl panties and hike up your britches and stop being a weenie pants. Yeah, challenge. Piccolo says, hey, Alita, how's it going? Film says, to be honest, I kind of want to see Cesaro or Finn Balor win the whole entire tournament. Not Drew McIntyre, because I can probably see him winning the Universal Championship from Roman Reigns if he beats The Rock at WrestleMania. Well, it's a good thing he's not even in it, Film, so you don't even have to worry about it.
He's not in the tournament.
Robbie says, Seth loving life sipping back at another man's house. Sophie says, do you see Ricochet leave the WWE after his contract expires, or will he go to AEW like most of his former WWE coworkers did?
They can't keep taking everybody, so.
Film says, to be honest, I have no idea if The Rock's even going to come back to WWE. And now we're having a women's match. Selena Vega. Did they show the bracket for this?
They have not yet. Selena looks fantastic.
When I become queen. Sophie says the Survivor Series ticket sales are a bit disappointing. Ravi says it's multicultural English, but the term I was using was
I want to say her
the
next
Jamaican
queen.
slang that we use in the UK.
Queen Zelina.
Who is we? Ravi, who is we? Like, there seriously can't be, like, every single person in the UK uses that slang. There's no way.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
everybody.
The we thing just doesn't work. It really doesn't. Oh, it's Tony Storm versus Selena
Ah!
Vega. Okay, give us the fucking,
That's
whatchamacallit.
after a bracket.
Yeah, give us the fucking bracket,
Pumped
you
up
assholes.
bracketology.
They're like, we can only do the bracket for the men because if we do it for the women, they get all butthurt about who's so much better. All right, here's a question for you. Name this redheaded diva who is well known for counterfeiting injuries to get out of a game.
We all know who this is.
Everybody should know who it is. They all fucking hate her.
Mm-mm.
Becky
I don't hate her.
Lynch.
It is not.
She's a redhead. Why not? Piccolo says, was eating apples in another person's place truly heal heat? And he didn't, like, really eat it all. He just kind of ate some of it and then threw it down. It was funny. Probably says Tears of Joy D from Liv if she wins, right? Mm-hmm. Looks like, oh, Zelina has a tourney match. Maybe she won't interfere then. And Sophie says, Women of Wrestling relaunching on CBS in the fall of next year with Tessa and AJ Lee. Lita says, hi, Picola.
Okay, let's get this straight before anybody gets too excited. AJ Lee is not wrestling.
Yeah, guys.
That's not what she's there. She's not wrestling. So anyways, now we can go back to it.
Yeah. Don't get your panties all excited about it. Alita says, hi, Picola. Ravi says, Tony Storm looking 30 tonight. Looks like, oh, shit, it's Tony Storm. And Ravi says, lots of people use it in the UK. And Walter's like, good matches tonight. Luke says, I actually would love to see Ricochet in AEW so he can have insane matches with the cruiserweight from WWE. That just went to AEW. The guy who used to manage Lashley.
Yeah, you think he's a high flyer? I was thinking more like Pac.
Who are you guys talking about?
Leo
Leo
Rush.
Rush? Oh, that guy? God, no. You know, he could wrestle Darby Allin. Everybody would be in
Oh,
joyous
shit,
fantasticness
no.
about that. You could have one bouncing around everywhere and the other one would just like fling himself into him and fall down a couple times. And then he'd be like, "Oh, I got you." And then he'd fall on him in a coffin drop and it'd be over.
Win it.
That guy is so pathetic.
Let's go hide in the running car. You crazy? Let's go hide behind the chainsaws.
She's like, "Let's get in the running car." She's like blonde and smart. They're like, "What?"
They look way cooler this way.
You
My
look
ears started to get
warmer.
cold.
You look way warmer.
I don't want my ears to get cold.
It's a little chilly out here.
Mountain.
Walter says good matches tonight. Sophie says,
So
do
far.
you wish NXT stars should be involved with both tournaments on the main roster? No, I think NXT should fucking stay where NXT's at and stay the fuck out of WWE shit. Unless those people get called up to the main roster, they do not belong anywhere near it.
Yeah, they're done on the main roster.
They pulled that crap that one time and I had a fucking meltdown. Travis is lucky that I ever even came back to the house, let alone to do this shit. Vindicator says Queen's Crown, dumb name, by the way. Squash match coming up. Go to your concession stand in the kitchen, Travis. Yeah, there might be some hot food. Robbie says Seth with great acting that Cena is jealous of. Pico says it's totally that and that. Sophie says CBS is now in the wrestling game. That's interesting. Robbie says Darby is good. Don't hate on my guy, D. I'm going to hate on him all I want. Guy is a stupid. His character, he makes no sense. He's not even a wrestler. He doesn't even wrestle. He doesn't do any wrestling moves.
I am torn in this one, guys.
He just jumps off things like he doesn't.
Toni Storm used to be smoking hot. I was looking at old pictures of her. I was like, holy crap. And she's not even that old. She's only like 24.
And now she doesn't look hot anymore?
No. Not like she did.
Are you sure it wasn't just filters?
No.
I'm pretty sure it was filters. Answer to that trivia question was Eva Marie. If you guys guessed Eva Marie, you got it correct. It's the other angry redhead. Are you? Are you making a name for yourself? That's good. Vindicator says people will continue getting their panties and knots over AJ Lee until the end of time. They're just not smart enough to know any better. Walter says CM Punk will win on AEW Rampage later tonight. And Luna says that Geico commercial. And Film says, to be honest, I kind of wish you would wrestle and practice more often so she doesn't feel like she doesn't know what to do. Rice says, D, let them have their time. Philip says, I think Eva Marie can do better. I just think she needs to stop doing a lot of botching. Vindicator says, that's right, Travis. Go gangsta on them with the hoodie over the cap.
I can go way out if you guys want me to. Like that. But I'm not doing that. Toni Storm with the hip drag. Hit her with that ass. That's a huge ass, too.
Sophie says, it will be funny if you guys, like Kevin Owens and Johnny Wrestling, decide to re-sign with the WWE and AEW fans to get all their fans mad.
It's all about the money.
I don't really care where they go.
It's all about the monkey.
I don't want them to go to AEW. Just stay in WWE where you belong. Film says, hold up that commercial. It's so funny, the Geico Halloween commercial. Walter's like, Toni Storm for the win.
No, we want Selena Vega to win this.
Film says, are you finally getting colder weather over there?
Yeah, it cooled down.
Fuck yeah. I don't even know how cold it is right now.
It's like in the 50s.
But it's a little chilly with
Alexa,
the wind.
what's the temperature outside?
Gee.
Right now, it's 51 degrees
It's
Fahrenheit.
51.
Tonight, expect a low of 42 degrees.
It's 51 right now, but there's wind and it's rainy. So when it's wet and a little bit cold, it's a little colder than it should be.
She lost all that weight. Abaddon. You're just going to stare at her?
Oh, well, I was reading the thing above.
Abaddon has lost quite a bit of weight, 30 pounds since last year.
Good for her. Why didn't she show her face?
Because she's Abaddon.
Oh, that's weird.
Just to be all creepy, remember?
That's weird. Sophie says NXT superstars do get involved with the Royal Rumble matches. Ravi says Darby is fantastic. Walter says Lacey Evans is still out of WWE. She hasn't had her baby yet. Pico says haha, Storm got that Aussie accent. And Walter says yes, got the answer right. Sophie says I wish both tournaments have 16 people in
1,
it.
2, and 3. Selena Vega!
Got a
Woo!
What the fuck? Everybody's mad.
Clean, too.
Everybody's mad. Picola says, I'm on the Darby bandwagon. He's my emo spirit animal.
Wow.
Sophie says, how many redheads are there in
Liv
the
Morgan and
WWE?
Carmella later on tonight, and she wrestles the winner,
That's
which will
funny.
obviously be Liv.
Robbie says, Travis, get the shades on. Blythe Evans is like, yes, I am still out. Film says, I love women's breast, booty, and armpits. Sweet man. Robbie says, they are going where the money. Sophie says, go back inside if it's too cold outside.
We will.
Theme says, yes, 100%, all about the money.
Hey. Double tap on the side. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it the first time.
Selena Vega, clean, beat Toni Storm.
They didn't. I wish they would have shown that before they even did it. So now it's got her name in it. In the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
It's a
Dewdrop
stupidity.
is going up against Natalia, and it's Dana Brooke versus Shayna Basler.
So Shayna Baszler is going to be new Queen of the Ring?
She'd make a good Queen's Crown because she's mean.
I want to see that.
She'd be fucking angry bitch, and she's the Queen of Spades, so why the fuck not? Give her a fucking crown.
Unless
Do it.
Nia comes back and hurts her,
Do it.
and then they could put it on Zelina. Because I'd rather have Zelina than Shayna. But
Oh my
Shayna,
gosh.
Shayna would be fantastic at it.
I have to put something over my hand. It's cold.
I put him in my hoodie.
Well, I was holding my phone because I have to do stuff with it. Film
Bloodline.
says yes, 100% all about the money. Blythe Evans says, like I said before, and I will say it again, don't bother me during my private time, please. Film says the money, lol, holla holla, bring bling. Ravi says, thought that was D talking, seeing the weather. Yes, I sound just like the Voldemort machine. Sophie says some wrestlers care about money and some wrestlers don't care about the money. Film says, I'm waiting for Florida to get cold. It's still hot. Vindicator says, Voldemort voice is so soothing and sexy, more so than Bliss, but I'm still cool with Little Miss Fiend wannabe. Sophie says, wow. Ravi says, Storm done out here if she's losing to Vega. Film says, claim that corporate tower and get the money. Piccola says, good for her. Still scary as fuck. Walter says, okay, lazy. Looking forward to seeing coming back to WWE. Vindicator says, so I guess they settling up the story of Liv versus Zelina for the final. It's more about storyline than actual talent, which is ridiculous.
They can't do it for the final. They're in the same side of the bracket, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they're on the same side of the bracket. Because the side is Liv Morgan and Carmella. It went Zelina, Toni, Liv, Carmella, and on the other side is Natalia,
Butter Biscuit or
Dewdrop.
whatever her name is. Yeah, Dewdrop.
what's the other one?
Shayna Baszler and somebody.
Yeah, Shayna and Dana Brooke.
Oh, shit. Dana already got her arm broken, didn't she? Or did she
No,
not?
she didn't. She got saved by Dewdrop.
Oh, that's right. The bloodline. Here it is, guys. Head of the table. Your tribal chief. Your tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
They're in San Jose. Maybe they'll come up this way.
Film says good jobs, Zelina Vega. Robbie says, to be fair, Toni Storm was letting Vega have all of the match. Vindicator says clean is one of my favorite words, by the way. Sophie says, I'm surprised they're giving Zelina Vega somewhat of a push since her husband is in AEW. Robbie says next week Brooke comes back with her arm in a sling. Ha ha. Robbie says, oh yeah, you do sound like that, D. Oh, thanks. Sophie says this Brock Roman feud isn't a 1 month thing. It will be a long-term feud after Saudi. Chris says, how the fuck did Selena win? Fluke curl up. Sophie says,
No,
some
it was
wrestlers
not. That
care
was her
about
finisher.
creative. I wasn't watching, so I was just
It's
saying.
where she gets on their back and rides them and then does that somersault, like, power bomb.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like, so she
well, good. She
rides
actually
them
did her
over.
move then.
Yeah,
Good
she
for
finished her. She beat her clean.
Pickle says, you're going to wait a long time, Film Nation. And Film says, speaking of Carmella, did she wrestle? Not yet.
We have
Bobby
not
says,
seen it.
Dumpling versus Natty. Film says, not going to lie, I like her. Vindicator says, LOL, love the fact that Travis sees Dewdrop as equivalent to a butter biscuit. Which is weird, right? Because butter biscuits would be delicious. And
Oh, you
I
know
know
Dewdrop would be delicious.
gross. Yucky. Film says, what do you mean, Picola? I'm always around. Roman Reigns, let's go. I'm not going to lie, I like Roman Reigns' new theme song for the entrance.
Up next, Roman and Brock. Up next,
Oh, Robbie, you're hilarious, aren't you?
trivia.
Robbie's like, might be Dee's tribal chief, not mine. Whatever, you love him.
He's definitely your
way
tribal
love
chief.
him. You're like, I love me some Roman Reigns. Robbie's over there like, yes. He can't wait until he comes on. He just gets so excited. Here's an easy trivia question for you guys. Name the chairman's daughter. Do it. Get her done. Picole's like, damn it, Travis, I'm eating. But are you eating butter biscuits? That's the question of the day. Also, Pickle
Biscuits
says
and
the weather to
gravy and
get
some
cold in
dewdrop.
Florida. What do you mean by it's to get cold in Florida? What's cold for you guys?
It's cold like 40.
I know it can get to that, but I mean, what do they consider cold, though, in Florida?
About 75 with wind. Breezy.
I was like, D, yes, I'm a fangirling over Roman. Ha ha ha. Nah. Oh, whatever. You know you is. You're over there like drooling and whatnot. You're like in bed and you're like hugging your pillow like it is Roman. We all know it, Robbie. Don't be weird. We all know the truth. So it was like, why can't they do the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views on the weekend instead of the day before SmackDown?
Because it's cool to do it in the middle of the week.
I know, because they worship people on Saturdays. What the fuck?
I don't know their religion. I don't know Muslim or Islam or whatever it's called.
I'm pretty sure they're Saturday people.
Saturday. Well, the Sabbath should be Saturdays. Even the Jewish practice it on Saturdays. We changed it. Actually, we didn't. The Emperor of Rome changed it. Augustus or whatever his name is.
Where is like D being a wimp about the cold? You think I'm being a wimp about the cold? That's funny. It's hilarious.
So hilarious.
Let's put it this way. When you go from 80-degree weather and the next day it's 50 degrees and raining.
With rain, yeah.
With wind, you'd be cold a little bit too.
I wonder where my daughter disappeared to.
I thought she pulled in.
Oh.
She was driving up and down the road. I saw her
Oh, I
a couple
didn't know.
times.
I was hoping she got lost somewhere.
She can't get lost. Doesn't she have like navigation shit on her car?
I know, but I want her to just go around
I
the
hope
city.
she was driving around, not in the neighborhood. Yes. I want her to go drive places, go somewhere. She can. Nobody's going to tell her she can't. She just, unfortunately, at this point in life, has to be back before dark or by dark. I just don't want her to get pulled over, is all.
Her license plate number is skirt.
On the back of her car?
Yeah, she got custom license plate. It's skirt, like when you squill your tires. Skirt. It's S-K, skirt, R-E-E-T. Skirt.
She's one of those people that get vanity plates. Yeah, we all know what they say about those people, right?
I don't know if they said anything. I used to love
Yeah,
them.
yeah, they're all douchebags. Anybody who has a vanity plate is a douche.
Whatever.
No, seriously. That's the
Is
thing.
it jealousy talking? Are you jealous? Want me to get you a vanity
I don't
plate?
want vanity plates. Those things are fucking stupid as fuck.
Whatever, you could put all sorts of cool stuff on there.
No, you can't. You cannot put cool stuff on there. If somebody else has it, you can't have it. If it's
Boy.
derogatory or mean in any way, they won't let you have it. So no, you can't put anything cool.
So cool is derogatory, mean, or somebody else has it.
No.
Exactly. Cool can mean you come up with your own shit that's...
Yeah, and they won't let you put it on there, but you go right ahead and figure it out. Piccola says, like, people bring out the heavy coats when it's under 60 degrees, right? And it's this, and there will be people that are wearing heavy coats around here, but this is like hoodie weather for me.
Fuck, it's hoodie weather all winter for me.
Well, no, it's not, because you wear winter coats, too.
Well, if it's dumb and I'm outside doing something.
Yeah.
But just going to the car or something, I've worn the hoodie.
But as long as the wind isn't blowing, it's not so bad. So the wind kind of stopped blowing, so I can take my hoodie off now. Take my...
I was hoping I could
Hoodie
just
off
cover
my
my
head.
face and take a nap.
There's
Oh,
out
my
there.
neck feels all cold again.
Hmm?
Not cold. All right, the bloodline's in there.
The answer to that trivia question was Stephanie McMahon. If you guys guessed Stephanie McMahon,
If
you
you
did
guys
a good
didn't
job.
know it was Stephanie McMahon, there's something wrong with you. The chairman of the board's daughter. He's got one.
Yes, 400.
He might have some illegitimates, but...
Sophie says, when are you going back to the old venue? We'll probably pack everything up this weekend and
Look
do
at
everything inside.
that. You
on
guys,
Monday.
come on. Every person in that stadium just yelled Roman Reigns and started cheering.
Wow.
He's like, acknowledge me. They're like, Roman
Yay!
Reigns.
They're like, yes, we love you so much. Roswell's in the chat saying anything below 60 degrees in Florida is a bad day. Film's like, really? And Sophie says, it gets hot in Florida. I don't know what that person is talking about. Robbie says, gee, I live in the UK. I know cold. Yeah, I know you know cold. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you know cold. So you know that if it's, 80 degrees one day and the next day it's 50, it's definitely a little bit chillier than the day before. And there's no sun. You guys are used to not having sun in the UK. Like, you guys never
Acknowledge
see
Paul
the sun.
Heyman. That's what he just said.
That's why you're all pasty and weird. Pam says, oh, I can't play in Florida. So,
Oh my
Vinegar
God,
says,
who's
are
ready for
leaves
the fight
changing
tomorrow?
colors around there yet, Travis? Yes. I'll answer for Travis because he wasn't even listening. Yes, the trees are changing colors
Yeah,
around
they're all
here.
orange.
Yellow and
yellow.
orange. Some of them are already red and losing their leaves.
I love you, Paul. They don't love you.
I'm
Nah,
not
they
sure
don't.
they don't. Film says, blame the morons who believe in global warming. Pico says, I wish we had just a cool fall so we can have bonfires, but Florida may drop below freezing like 5 days in my Film says, P.S. not trying to get political, but I just don't care for it. Sophie says, Thursday afternoon's pay-per-views must be hard for fans everywhere to watch it because they are either at school or working during that time.
He has to come clean.
Alita says 77 here. Film says, I heard Braun Strowman was talking about Bray Wyatt. Piccola says,
Listen
what's
to
the
that.
worst vanity plate you've
Listen to
seen,
that
Dave?
crowd. Suplex City. Roman forgets that fans love Brock.
Yeah.
It's just the Twinosphere that doesn't.
Yeah.
What did you do, Paul? What did you do, Walrus?
And Piccola said, what's the worst vanity plate you've seen, Lee? I don't know if it's the worst. I just think they're dumb. Like, most of the time they're their names, and I just think that's super gay. Super. Bobby says, there goes you trying to be cool on her car, haha. Sophie says, why do I have this weird feeling that they are going to somehow have Brock win the championship? Braun was begging the WWE to get his job back. Funny. Film says, to be honest, I kind of wish they would stop giving the title to Brock.
What?
Listen, Brock Lesnar had already won all the titles in WWE. He's good. I think he needs to win more and all of them again.
He needs to
Vindicator.
headline Raw for the next year.
Vindicator says Travis is the mayor of Coolsville. He will get it all figured out in a non-douchebaggy kind of way. No. Robbie says, yeah, I love wearing my matching fleece lining joggers and hoodies in the winter. And suicidal all at the same time. Film says WWE just needs to get together and stop what they're doing and just bring back Braun Strowman and The Fiend.
Lots of stupidity.
Lots of stupid.
He's got a stupidity problem.
That should be my license plate. Stupid. Walter says, Beer, Roman Reigns, and the Usos, and Paul Heyman. Film says, enough with the budget cut nonsense, and let's talk about wrestling. Who's going to win and all that good stuff. Sophie said, Brock has not won the Intercontinental or Tag Team Championship and also United States Championship. Robbie's like, ha, yay, even D is cheering for Roman, and ha, D, I'm not white, you know. Yeah, I know you ain't, but you probably got pasty skin anyways. Film's like, I don't mind Brock Lesnar being a mid-carder and going after the Intercontinental Championship or US Championship. Robbie's like, Paul is a rambling fool. And Alita's snapback sarcastic comment was, wow, Robbie, didn't know that. Well, she's okay, bye guys. See you on Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging with us.
Walt.
Have a good weekend. Be safe, man. Sophie says, will we ever see Brock versus Bobby? It was looking like they were building to it with the way they were pushing Bobby before he lost the WWE Championship.
We want Lesnar. Uh-oh.
Okay, the doctor is Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster. Vindicator says Paul Heyman, the political spin master, is the only way he has lasted this long in employment. Piccolo says throw a lie detector test on good old Heyman.
Hook him up.
Film says, how would you book Brock Lesnar winning the WWE United States Championship? It's not worth his time. Sophie says Paul did turn on Brock during his first run with the WWE in 2003. And Piccolo says, Robbie, do you just wear sweat joggers like those Russian kids? He probably does. It sounds like if they're fleece-lined jogger suits. Look at Robbie and his Russianness that he wants to be. He's like, I want to be pasty white. I want to be the machine. Alright, says Alita, what didn't you know? Piccolo says adios, Walter. Alita says that you weren't white. Oh, Vindicator says sometimes I get uncomfortable when they look directly into the camera, at least those who are not easy on the eyes. I thought she said she didn't know that Paul Heyman was a rambling fool. It was my interpretation was way more funny. Rafi's Indian, Alita. Hence his name. It kind of gives him away. He has an extensive tan.
He just got on his knees. Lord have mercy.
He's like, I love you so much. Let me lick your butt. Pico says, oh, those SD fans are really loud.
Yeah, they want Brock.
Vindicator says, sometimes I get uncomfortable when they look directly into the camera, at least those who are not easy on the eyes. Yeah, I don't like making eye contact very much, huh? Pickle says Ravi had talked about Indian cuisine before Alita. And Ravi says, Pickle, yeah, I wear matching sweats, but more streetwear stuff that look more stylish. Alita says the Vatican changed it. Sophie says AEW is kind of doing what WCW did by signing former WWE talents. Alita says that doesn't mean anything. And Sophie says people call Vince the devil. And Ravi says, Pickle, you joker, haha. Vindicator says, I wonder if Ravi would be good at Russian roulette.
I think it was Constantine that changed it.
Constantine?
Changed it to Saturdays.
Oh.
Or to Sundays. But I could be wrong.
Pickle says, LOL, to be clear, I ain't white neither. I'm Filipino. Pickle has a slight tan also. You tan boys out there.
I get pretty tan, by the way, if the sun's out.
All you boys in your tan skin.
But I can definitely go. I can look pretty white. My poor daughter didn't get any of my pigment.
She did that.
She's all Canadian.
Vindicator says Seth and Sonya would be believable as brother and sister.
Mm-hmm. They got that same snaz.
Oh, you return this to him?
You gotta be kidding me. Right in front of Sonya, too. She was like house arrest or whatever. That dude broke into her house and shit.
Yeah, she had an invader.
I wonder if he has her picture. That would even be funnier if he took some pictures from her. And he still got her. And he's like, here, give her this from me. There's Carmella.
Robbie says Vindicator.
Looking like a brand new $100 bill.
Alcohol. Vindicator says, but okay, guys, time for my annual 20-minute break. Alita says, nice Pickle. And Robbie says, D, it's your gal. Live with her. Time to shine. She ain't my gal. This is all of your guys' gal. So you guys better be out there hoping that she pulls it out of her butt and then she can cry about it one way or the other.
I would love to see her
We'll see fucking tears.
win this if she can wear that mask more often.
Pickle's like, I did sing in a high school quartet called the TWB, Tan White Boys. That's funny shit.
TWB. Tan White Boy.
And you're like, but my tan
Carmella
sticks.
would look fantastic.
The tan never goes away.
Carmella would look fantastic
Awesome.
with that crown on.
That's too funny. With that crown on her head, she'd look good. As Alita says, I'm not white either. Me neither. I do not see myself. I'm sorry.
I've never ever thought of myself as any ethnicity, I guess.
I haven't either. That's why I'm like.
I'm Indian,
Are
black.
we playing colors
That's
tonight?
pretty much all I am. And then obviously Irish. Whatever the Irish are, white.
They're white people. Sophie says this is the only month where we don't have a WWE pay-per-view on a weekend. The next time we have a WWE pay-per-view is Survivor Series in November.
I know, and it's like the 20th or 21st or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a long ways away. I'm excited for that.
Vindicator's like, oh, I know who desperately needs a tan. Sheamus. Now bye-bye for break time. You know what's even funnier about that is Bliss is going that same direction. And it's like, oh my God, girl, you look so pasty, it's gross. You look unhealthy. Like, he looks okay because that's just how he is, but some people look unhealthy without, like, a little bit of color, and it's weird. Robbie's like, D, laughing. Pickle's like, it's the thirst match of the night, right? And Pickle is laughing, and Robbie's like, D, you're ridiculous. Am I? Am I ridiculous? Am I? Come on. He ain't ridiculous. Here is a trivia question for you. Name the first overall draft pick in the WWE. Since we just did a draft. Bitches, you better know your information.
Tribal Chief.
Okay, that is not... No.
It's always Tribal Chief.
Okay, sure. Looks like, so I'm hearing no one in chat identifies as white, so chat and Dalethea are Skittles. I totally would be a Skittle, except for I don't like tasting rainbows. That's disgusting. Films like, did Charlotte Flair wrestle? No, she hasn't.
I haven't seen Charlotte. She hasn't been on the show.
Rise like, D, you're more shameless than your gal Liv. Am I?
She's
Shameless
coming out
about
next.
What?
She's
What am I
shameless. Shameless as a man could be.
Restructured pork patty. Restructured pork patty. Do you want a real country style rib?
I want an Arby's sandwich. I want an
I got
Arby's.
you an Arby's sandwich
I
the
know,
other day.
but you didn't get me fries.
Their fries are gross. I'm not gonna get you fries from there. You'll hate them. And I don't want to hear the complaining. The only way they're good is if they're like
Look at
smothered
that.
in
Tomorrow
stuff.
night, Brett's coming at 7.
He is?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I was asking. Is anybody else coming?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
Obi's
else is busy?
in Anchorage.
Well, we know Obi wasn't coming at all.
And then Danny said that he'd let me know closer to, but it's Nick Lowe's funeral, so probably not.
Okay. So his funeral's at night?
It's a celebration of life.
Oh.
Basically, a
They're
kegger.
having it at 5?
It's basically just drink till you pass out.
Danny doesn't drink, though. Does he?
No.
That's weird.
He still likes to party.
Okay.
He'll probably show up.
Whatever. So do I need to make food or not?
Yes.
That is the question of the night.
And Brett asked if he needs to bring anything, and I said I don't know.
Oh my god, so I need to make food? Dinner stuff?
I just
And
told
he's
you what
coming
Brett
at 7?
said,
Okay.
word for word.
What do you want me to make?
Stop and answer the question. Does he
The
need to bring
answer
anything?
to the question is The Rock.
There it is, putting the mask back on. Now she's turning it.
It was a tribal chief. It was The Rock.
Oh. Boom.
Alright, anyways, she's putting her mask on so that she can win.
Like the movie The Mask.
What is her
She needs a little
It's
bouncing
so
dog.
weird. And then she's screaming.
I hope she
about
can
it
win it again.
with the mask on.
I hope she goes undefeated with the mask. Looks like she's not going to.
She's like, not my face. Not my face.
End it, Carmella, end it! She's gonna tap! She's gonna tap!
Oh, she's pulling off
Oh.
her mask.
Oh, she let it go. I thought it would have been over right there. Liv cheated, tried to pull off the
I was
mask.
like, D slacking on man's order. Let me never to ask D to pick me up a takeaway. Haha. Okay, so I went there to get lunch. I was nice enough to get him a sandwich.
She bought everybody a sandwich. She bought the dog sandwiches. She bought me a sandwich. I take all the bread off of it, though, so I just eat the meat.
He had me go.
1, 2, and Carmella.
He had me go do an errand on my lunch break for him. I need these.
Butt
Can you
slice.
go on your lunch and get this for me? And I was like, all right. So then I was like, well, I need to go get some
Oh, shit.
food while
She
I'm
just
at
ran
it,
into a
'cause I won't
size
have time
9.
to heat or make something at home. So
Pounded
I
all
stopped and
over
got
her
Arby's,
back.
and then I was nice enough to get him
1,
a sandwich.
2.
and everybody
Liv
else
Morgan
one.
kicks out.
And Alita says the Percocets are working. I want a Percocet. Piccolo says, oh, are y'all watching the fight tomorrow night? Hell
Yes.
fucking yeah.
Not on here, though.
We're not going to do it on here. We're going to
Oh,
have
shit.
it for our own personal gain. Not for
Big
yours.
thrust kick.
Robbie
Is that
says
enough?
Carmella cheating.
It is. Carmella wins that clean after a thrust kick.
Okay, everybody in the chat, please cry. 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 Come on, cry. Come on. Come on.
Carmella
Everybody have a meltdown.
undefeated with
Have
that
a
mask
meltdown.
on. So
And
is she the
has to
new
go against
HBK?
Selena. She has to go against Selena.
Liv did okay this time, but not good enough.
Sophie says, sorry, I was helping my mom out what just happened. Carmella came out with Liv. They
Watch
had a
this
match
thrust
for
kick.
the Queen's Crown tournament. Carmella put her weird little mask thing on, gave Liv a big fat kick, and then
Pinned
pinned
her.
her.
Clean.
So which draft are you talking about? The very first one of all. Piccolo says,
Carmella-
what's the moment women's tourney called again? Queen's Crown.
Queen's crown.
So Carmella moves up, and it's Selena Vega versus Carmella in the next part of it. Robbie's like 4 a.m. in the UK, and Robbie says, D, I leave you to cry. I ain't gonna cry about it. Do I look like I'm crying? I'm laughing my fucking ass off over here. Giggle, laugh. Oh, everybody could be like, she's a victim. She's a victim.
She was crying to the referee.
She was crying to the referee and her victimness.
Hey, look, it's Mace, the face that runs the place.
Holy shit!
She's like, do you want me to go down on you? I don't have to actually bend over.
She's just like, boop.
Mace isn't even looking her in the face.
How could he? He's like, I gotta read my cue card over there.
Look at him look at her. He has to look straight down.
He's like, I gotta keep my posture. Oh, fuck. That's funny shit right there.
Oh, I hope they give him a big push and then put him right up against Roman within the next 6 months.
God. Robbie's like, D, you nutter. And Piccolo is also talking about nutting, but his is about having a box of tissues that's not for tears. You and Robbie should get together about nutting.
Hey, look. It's the king. King Corbin. Happy Corbin.
Robbie's like, they always put Kayla next to giants. She's so tiny. Oh, little
Look at
toasty
this
marshmallow.
outfit. Looking like JBL from Mexico.
Indicator says, so I have no interest or reason to keep track of the Queen's crown. Silly name anyway.
There he is.
Not.
Look at these two. These two look like they could just flat out party.
You think? And their weirdness?
Hey, when you have the stereo on, how do you control the volume of the TV? Why would you have the TV on when you have the stereo going? Because I like to party.
Because he likes to party. Bagel says he should pat her on the head. He should not if he doesn't want to be kicked in the shin. Robbie says, D, what you implying, Ella, with your dirty mind? I ain't implying shit. Vindicator says Mace will be where Roman is probably around 2025.
You think? I'm okay with it. I don't have a problem with Mace. I'm glad that he quit being an announcer and decided to wrestle again. What, a little over a year and a half, he's on the main roster. Putting in work. I need to find out about Danny's mom, too. She's got breast cancer.
That's what he was saying. She had surgery, though, and she was going in to just do radiation, so that's a good sign.
Not radiation, just destroys your body. Puts holes in you.
Radiation's, you're better off with that than taking full-on chemo and radiation. If she's just taking radiation, that means it's not as bad.
Right. I'm just saying some of those radiation scars are like Argus's hip.
Yeah, but they aren't. I mean, they're actually radiation, they've gotten to a point now where they're really good at just pinpointing it in one specific location, and that's it. And it wasn't too bad on Mom when they did it on her.
Did it open her up, though? Did it eat her skin off?
Nope. It made her red, like, like a sunburn kind of, and it was really sensitive, but it didn't, like, make her have, like, a hole or anything like that. Robbie's like, the stereo, haha. Sophie says Carmella is doing what Sheamus is doing with the mask. Piccolo says, I believe they're stealing big money Matt Hardy's gimmick. And Robbie says, D on fire tonight, defo shameless tonight. Sophie says, I think this is the second or third time Roman got drafted first since the brand split came back. Sophie also says Kevin Owens is kind of doing what Jon Moxley did when he knew he was going to leave the WWE for AEW.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Becky's the only woman to ever go #1 overall.
Right. Robbie says, so Roman is going to be the champ forever then? Probably, just to make your life a living hell.
I mean, come on. He could possibly lose it at Crown Jewel. I'm not saying he couldn't. It looks like they're setting it up hard that he could.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to play that, right?
I've bet against
They'd have
Brock
to.
in the past, and every time I've ever done it, he's fucking won.
Well, bet against
Undertaker's
him, then.
one of them.
All right, here's a trivia question for you guys. What is the name of John Cena's former fiance? Former fiance.
Triple B. That's what I call her.
Yeah. Oh. Chris says, are you fucking kidding me? How did Liv lose? She literally had this in the bag.
She just ran into a better opponent.
Do you need a tissue? Are you going to cry? Because I was hoping all of you would cry about it. Cry, why, wah, wah, wah.
Where's Luke?
He's probably fucking sleeping by now. It's fucking 4 a.m.
All I know is that Luke was telling us about the Twittersphere, and they did a big old poll of
Liv
all the
should
women,
win.
and
They
Liv
all want
was
Liv to
winning
win.
78%. WWE's like, yeah, but we're live with fans, and the live fans don't want her to be in the ring.
They're like, yeah, we don't give a flying rat's ass what the fake ass bots there do. Nobody cares. Nobody. Oh,
So
Sophie says
this
maybe
show,
whoever
whatever
wins
this
the
show
King of
is
the
here,
Ring
the
will
Masked Singer or
dethrone
whatever,
Roman.
that's exactly what WWE and wrestling did for about 5 decades. 50 years.
The Masked Singer.
If you put somebody in a box or a mask, right?
Okay.
It's an instant pop. They're instantly popular.
Okay. So the Masked Singer, I think, is about the judges guessing who it is.
Yeah, not the point. I'm just saying that the popularity of it is they're covered up. So it's like a popularity show. Oh, look at this. An actual real commercial for it.
Oh my God, is this guy dumb?
He is. I think he ate paint chips.
He had to huffed paint, ate paint chips. Did you lick the walls when you were a kid? Get asbestos poisoning in your brain hole?
He's going to weigh 30 pounds heavier than he was last time they fought.
Who?
Fury.
What?
Yeah, he's going in just to crush Wilder.
I hope that he put it all in muscle because he looks kind of flabby and like a bag of milk most of the time.
He's always
oh my
flabby.
God. Why did the wind have to start
I know.
blowing?
That's why I had to put my hoodie back on.
Seriously. Oh my God. The wind is blowing and it's cold.
Damn.
Like, it is cold. It's not like, hey, it's cold.
Happy cold.
My leg is freezing now. Freezing.
And Madcap Matt Moss.
This show cannot get over soon enough.
Is that Luke? I see blue.
Yeah, it is. Let me see. All right, yeah. So the answer to that trivia question was Nikki Bella. Vindicator says, yeah, I saw Dalethea's unintentional public service announcement to stay hydrated. Was that a shaker bottle or disposable plastic nothing burger? It was a Evian bottle that doesn't have Evian water in it anymore.
I'm going to go in the house and cook me up some tea.
Sophie says Mace is going to be the new Roman Reigns in the future. Jason Michaels laughing and says Wrestling Gab Liv don't got no character. She not interested at all. Robbie says LOL better opponent. LOL the Gab has too many good jokes. Alita says Roman and Big E. Alita says I'm a Skittle. Alita's a Skittle.
It's Kevin Owens.
P. Cola says have you guys not seen The Masked Singer? No.
No.
We don't watch any of that stuff.
I don't watch network TV.
I really, it's just not interesting to me. I don't find it interesting at all. Film says, did Carmella wrestle? Yes.
Yeah, she won.
She won against Liv.
Clean with a thrust kick.
Chris says, like, literally all the theory, video, conspiracy vids, and news channels had Liv at least go in the top 2, and she just fucking loses. I know this BS was going to happen, but, like, not this bad or, like, this quickly.
Yeah, she got
Do you
kicked.
want a tissue for your issue?
She got kicked in the face and got pinned.
And as Luke says,
Oh, shit!
Luke has no words.
Hopefully he's okay.
Did he hit that pole?
He went up and then fell right down on the back of his head.
Oh, ouch.
Like, I think he was supposed to flip it up and over.
Right? So hopefully he is okay. Anyways,
Uh-oh.
Here's Luke's answer. I have no words. At this point, it is clear that WWE has no love for Liv. And considering she is only on a temp contract, I'm hoping she leaves soon. Good on Carmella, although since it's Carmella versus Selena, 2 storyline hill friends.
Where is
Liv
she
will
gonna
get
go?
involved or some other stupid shenanigans
My
will
question
happen.
is where would she go?
Impact? Women of Wrestling? I don't know.
I mean,
so-
obviously they'd take her women to wrestling, but she's not going to make any money.
Please do not AEW not take her because she nothing. Oh God. Film says, you got to give Liv a chance. Well, even though I'm not a Liv fan myself. So Chris says, I'd rather have Charlotte being queen of the ring and wins before letting Mella win. I don't think Mella's going to win.
I don't feel like... I'm pretty sure Shayna Baszler just wrapped it up.
Sophie says, I'm surprised Happy Corbin isn't in this tournament to defend his crown.
Uh-oh. She said me. Is that later tonight? When is that? When?
Ooh, they didn't say
They're
it,
gonna
but it's going to happen. So, looks like Sonya Deville's going to have a wrestling match against Naomi. Sophie says, I'm surprised Happy Corbin isn't in this tournament to defend his crown. They took him away from that, which is good. He's a heel, but not really that kind of a heel, so it'd be weird.
I feel like he should be the demon and be the demon king.
There you go. Kiwi Lollipop says, Fury versus Wilder. Pick your people. Well, I'm going with Fury because I fucking can't stand Wilder. SC Williams says in the chat saying, hey, Wrestling Gab, go to Twitter and see Liv fan. I'm laughing and loving it that the point is not like a heel be a baby face. Thank you, Mella LL. Queen, do you see a queen as a face? Like, come on, folks. King was heel. Exactly. Kings or heels, the queen should be just as mean and nasty. Robbie says, D moaning is too funny. All I need now is popcorn. Sophie says, with Liv out of the tournament, who will win it all?
Shayna Baszler.
Film says, not going to lie, not a big fan of Nikki Bella. She's okay, but I'm not a big fan of her. Robbie says, how is KO getting cooked? Alita says, I just watch movies. There you go. Pepper One's like, my neck. And Sophie says, when did we get back to the Divas division? Vindicator says, SmackDown is a part of network TV, but it's a theatrical sport, so maybe it doesn't count. Film says KO needs to become WWE champion or win a tag team belt with someone.
I will go with Wilder tomorrow because he's an American.
Barf. Ew.
I always
You're
go
like
for
the devil.
I go for the American fighter.
Oh, I don't
always
even
have.
care. I don't care if they're American or from. I don't care what country they're from. It doesn't matter at this point. He is a loser. Sophie says, I watch network television, all the other streaming services.
I'm not going to cry if he loses.
I bet you will. I'm going to tape it, too. Looks like Tony Khan has already publicly stated he wants Liv there several times because he wants to bed her.
What's he going to do with her? Like, what is she going to do?
Like, how is she going to bring anything to the women's division in AEW but shit? Because she doesn't do shit in WWE. You fucking think that she's going to come over there and all of a sudden they're going to be like, oh, hey, you know what? We're going to do every little stupid story that you want to do. They don't even do
Are they going to
storylines.
push her harder than Ruby?
They'll put them together and then they'll be like, wow, we can just put you guys together and then we'll never see you again. Piccolo's like, oh, it's the glow segment. Yes, it is. And Robbie's like, message retracted. Vindicator says Liv will be all elite with her buddy Soho. Liv would have a better chance to succeed there than everyone.
Right, but
Pin-up girl AJ Lee.
Is she going to beat Britt Baker and be champion? Is she going to beat Jade Cargill?
No. Chris says, oh shit, Sonya versus Naomi. Alita's like, tonight. Robbie's like, Liv should stay at her farm. Exactly. Film's like, to be honest, I feel like AEW would be a perfect fit for Liv Morgan. I feel like they should. No, actually, I don't. I feel like she should just go back to NXT because I think that's where she fits in a lot better at this point.
They don't like pretty girls. There's a few over there, but there's not a lot. And I think she's just too pretty, and I don't think they want the pretty girls there.
Sophie says, remember they were building to a Fury versus Drew match at some point last year in the pandemic. Picola says a Fury versus Drew match.
Kind of
when Fury was on WWE during the pandemic stuff, yeah. Picola says, why don't Sonya use her pull and put some opponents on Naomi? Another drop of the ball for creative. No, because Sonya doesn't like Naomi. Like, so the whole storyline is that Sonya doesn't want Naomi there at all. Like, she doesn't like her.
Yeah, Naomi is
trying
to have a match. Mm-hmm. And Sonya is trying to not have her wrestle, but then all of a sudden her. I don't understand that. But.
Film says, well, that's about time. Robbie says, LOD saying, barf, haha. Film says, finally. Film says, Sonya Deville is coming back to wrestle. Robbie's like, Liv will team up with Ruby D. No. Yeah. Sophie says, Kevin Owens has teased an AEW jump on his Twitter. And Film says, maybe. Sophie says, the way they are treating Owens is the same way they treated Ambrose before he left for AEW.
Yep.
Vindicator says Britt Baker is garbage. Jade will be the rightful dominant champion soon enough. And Vindicator, no. You cannot say that shit if you want Liv over there. If you want Liv on fucking AEW, you can't have Jade Cargill being the fucking champion. You got to be like, oh, poor little Liv. We better give it to her because because she can't do anything for herself.
She's still under contract.
Well,
That
when
isn't
she's
happening.
not.
She's not going to be in AEW anytime soon.
Oh, well, you know.
I mean, it's fun to talk about. Like, everybody on WWE roster wants to be on AEW TV all of a sudden.
Sure they do.
All of a sudden, nobody's going to be in WWF. Like, it's over.
Like WWE, they're like, we hate
They
this
have
part.
4 guys.
Well, they only use
Brock
4,
and
so it
Roman.
makes sense, right?
The Usos.
Film's like, bruh. Robbie's like, I'm going to find a stream and watch the match for free. Good for you. Sophie's like, this is going to be an interesting and cool match. Piccolo says, put her through a gauntlet match, have her beat up Darby style. And then what? She just falls on somebody and miraculously wins? Fuck. Piccolo's like, do something better. Do better, Sonya. Sophie's like, wow, a fresh match. Robbie says, D hates Liv so much it's entertaining. Film says, no way, come on, you can't beat my girl, my champion that I adore a lot, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
I like
and Piccolo's
DMD.
like, don't forget Humberto.
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 Everybody on the roster is going to be all elite.
Yeah, all of you. In fact, everybody in our chat's going to be all elite, too. Yes, it's Swiss Tony, and he is going up against... Who?
Ooh.
Finn Balor. That's
The
who's out there
demon.
with him.
No, demons.
Not the demon, just Finn. Oh, Finn Balor and Cesaro. They're going to put it as Cesaro wins this, and then he has to go up against Sami Zayn, his arch nemesis, when they used to be all besties. You know, when they used to be besties.
It's getting close. We're about ready to get going. Finn Balor.
People, I'm all wrestling gab for life, baby.
For life.
Robbie's like, Humberto is a clown. You know, he's really not, though.
They're going to be tag team champions before you know it.
Humberto's not really a clown. He's actually really good. I just wish that, you know, he wouldn't have broken Sheamus's nose. I think he probably would have went somewhere more if he hadn't have done that on accident. I don't think he meant to break his nose. I think Sheamus just has a really shitty nose.
You okay?
No, I'm not. Not okay.
I'm going to hold that.
For what? Is your hand warm?
I don't know. Your leg's cold, so probably.
You fucking think it's cold? Vindicator says...
Is it in the bone?
No, not yet. It'll be later, though. Vindicator says the demon needs a break for a while. They can't afford him destroying any more top ropes.
As you can see, the cameraman literally getting rid of the top rope.
Ravi, I am not a clown. Stop it. Or I will get that shirt that you're the jobber. And then I'll put, like, Ravi's a clown, too. A tan clown. Pickles like Ravi,
Do it.
anyone under 205 pounds are clowns to Vince.
Anybody on the roster's a clown. Kevin Owens is a big fat guy, and he's a clown.
Right? They're like, oh, look at him. Phone says, I think WWE should just let the bull roll by. Just go with the storyline with DeVille having a little crush on Naomi.
Oh, shit. She's all trying to better. That won't work.
Pretty sure that Sonya's with somebody.
Hey. No.
Robbie's like, P-Cola facts, haha. Sour
Look at
Sweets
that
in the
leg
chat
drop.
saying Jinder and Drew on the same brand.
Is No, Jinder's on Raw, right? Wasn't he on that side? He's on that bracket.
Yeah, no. I don't remember where he went. Film says Dr. Britt Baker ain't garbage. Garbage. Just kidding. Dr. Britt Baker is garbage.
I like Britt Baker. She's one of my favorite wrestlers in the women's divisions, all of them. Shit, I feel like if she was even in WWE TV, she'd be champion. I don't know, maybe over Charlotte, I guess.
Ravi's like, Jen should stop wrestling. Why? Why do you hate your own tan people? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God.
you don't like tan people?
Stop the hate.
You look in the mirror and you're like, I hate myself. I hate anybody with tan.
Where's Ayla?
She
All right,
can't
commercial.
be tan. She may be Mexican, but she white. She's not even a Skittle. Film says, I mean, just put her in NXT and let her do your own thing and then bring him back on the main roster. What?
They could also just take
What?
Mandy and move her back up.
Right. Because like DMD would be another Dakota Kai, I bet.
No, she's too good.
You know, WWE did want her, guys. And she decided to say no.
Would they have used her right, though?
That's hearsay, so I have no idea.
Now, though.
Oh, now.
I'm saying right now, AEW has changed a lot of careers where Vince would take those guys and push them right to the top.
That's true.
A lot of them.
True. Famous Amos wonders from the world. Oh my goodness sakes. Rob is like, haha, D, yeah, I went in the sun and became brown. Not surprising. It's rare over there in the UK, though. Alita's like, I think she has a big thing for Nana. Yeah, you think that she do, huh? You think that Sonya liked old Naomi? Film Nation's like DMD, and Picole's like, right meow. And Philip
Right
says,
now.
did I miss some of the women's matches?
A lot of them. All of them, probably.
Vindicator's message retracted, and Alita's like, Ayla. I don't know where the fuck Ayla's at. Where the fuck is Ayla at?
It's a weekend.
I know, it's Friday, and she works until about 6 on Fridays, but where the fuck is she? Like, come on. Like, she usually at least comes in and says hi. Let's see. Supernova Zaps in the chat says, Robbie must be a Kevin. That's the female accusation.
The same as the girl, Karen.
Of Karen. Like, how do you call a male Karen? That's a Chad. That's a Chad.
I like the Kevin one because there's a neighbor named Kevin. And he's
Okay,
like that.
he is not a Karen. He's just a weirdo. Karens are different.
I could see him complaining to the manager.
Do you think it would really be a complaint, though?
He's weird. He doesn't even leave his house. Like, that's weird. I leave my house.
Is it?
It's very
Is it
weird.
Is it weird?
Like, we did all those axes and stuff over at his house, made all those axes. He didn't even come outside. Not once.
Why would he? It's man work. It's man
We're
things.
literally forging
Man.
axes out of steel.
Man.
And the dude has his wife out there helping, and he's in the house.
Vindicator says Dalethea is getting feisty to the 10th degree tonight, and I love it. By far more entertaining than the Queen's Crown beauty pageant. Sideshow, circus, whatever is supposed to be now. Garbage! Robbie says it's Kevin, not Kevin's. And Pickle says Kevin's double coupon on a pack of menthols. Nice. Films like Kevin Owens, a clown, lol, ha ha ha. Isn't he, though? Isn't he?
All right, here it begins. By the way, this is a fantastic match, guys.
He's like one of those fat guys that is like an unhealthy fat, though. Because his stomach is probably like really hard.
Who are you talking about?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, I doubt it.
Whatever. It's like really round and like thumpy hard looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it could just be bloating,
He's like
sugar or something.
he's like I had my bloat today.
He's got Maui bloat.
Bloat. These guys are like, wee.
But is he gonna make it?
Cesaro, can you just pick him up and swing him around 500 times? Come on. Come on. These guys. You know that there is a spider living in our door of our house?
No.
Like in the door frame, like at the very top up above. He's just got his little nest right there, and he's just like, yeah.
Look at that European uppercut right in the corner. Finn Balor is draped over the top rope. How's this going to end up for him?
Robbie's spouting out not facts. KO has lost some Terry, what? Like he decided to wear black instead of a color, so he looks like he lost some weight. That's not how it works. Pickle's like, D, now I can't unsee Kevin Owens as that hangover guy, the weird Wolfpack guy.
Zach Galifianakis wrote him.
Galifianakis.
Look at that vertical suplex. Vertical. I said vertical. Like a bird.
A vertical one.
Vertical. 1, 2, and... Finn.
He's like, fine, I'll put you in a hold.
Crossface crippler.
Finn's like, oh, I do this shit for breakfast. It's fine. Fine.
You do shit for breakfast?
Fluttergoth is in the chat saying, who, Alan? Yeah, Alan. Medicare says, I feel like old man Cesaro should call it quits by December, really, just like Bryan Danielson should have. These old men need to know when it's time to fully embrace the epicness of retirement.
If everybody that was 38 and older retired, there'd be nobody on the roster. There's not that many young people in wrestling anymore. Finn Balor's 40.
Pickle's like, ding! And Robbie says, ha ha ha, has D, just because you use that trick don't mean others do. Ha ha ha. What trick? What trick are you freaking talking about, man?
Over the ropes. Got him.
Pickle's
Got
like,
him.
except Humberto.
Throwing him into the ring. Finn Balor gonna end it right here, guys. It's over.
Oh.
It's over.
Poor Cesaro.
Here comes the coup de grace. Finn Balor won it. Damn, that's cray. Cesaro gets beat. 1, 2, and 3.
The ref's like,
You gotta get
dude,
his
your
shoulders.
shoulder isn't down. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me shift a little bit. Okay, is that better? Let me get into the part. Fuck. Lieutenant Martha is saying, what, Finn is 40? He probably is. Pickle is like, and Dominic, that's like the next 10 WrestleMania main events. Ooh, yippee skippy. Robbie's like wearing black D to look slimmer. So, Robbie, are you trying to say that I'm fat? Is that what you're saying? If I use that trick, then they're saying that I'm fat. Wow. Just wow, dude. Like, that's going a little too far, man.
Oh, Jesus.
A little too far.
Nobody cares.
Did I sound like I cared?
Oh.
Did I?
Look at
Did
the
I?
whole...
Did I?
Did I
Sound like I cared? No.
Look at...
I don't.
Look at the bracket.
What about it?
It's bracketology.
Who cares?
You don't care about bracketology?
No.
You know how
I
cold
don't.
it's going to be out here on Monday?
I'm not going to be out here on Monday. If you don't have this shit in the house over the weekend for Monday, I'm not going to be
Maybe
here.
we should get in a bubble. Hey, let's wrap it. We could wrap it.
No. Even if we wrap it, I won't do it.
Put your
Not gonna set
winter
up.
stuff on.
No.
Just be normal.
No. That's not
Quit
being,
saying no all
how
the
is that
time.
being normal? Like,
To
what
do
kind of fucking
wrestling shows
normal are you?
outside,
That is not normal.
it's very normal.
No, it's not.
It's probably the most normal thing we've ever done.
Whatever.
Are you guys excited for spring
I'm
when
not
we
gonna
come back outside?
I'm not going to do this at 30-degree weather.
Are we going to do this at WrestleMania?
No, it's probably going to be gross.
It'll be this weather at that time, but it'll feel warmer because we'll have just come out of January and February.
Lolita's like, Finn wins. Film says, congrats, Finn. A Vindicator says, but with Cesaro, he has been around long enough to overstay his welcome and not accomplish anything memorable. Film says, yes. Robbie says, D, spotting all the botches tonight. Robbie says, message retracted. And Robbie says, hi, I'm loving the banter, D. And Lieutenant Martha says, well, no shit, Sherlock. He's 41. Yeah, he's a fucking
What does she
old-ass
want?
man. Everybody.
What are those two dope stuff?
Film says, and speaking of CM Punk, his shoes were installing. He gave them to a fan. Just wanted to address it. Sweet. Alita says she's in rare form. Vindicator says no means no, Travis. Ray's like, D should slap Sonya. Why would I slap her? Pickle says KOTRs are like horror reboots. Yeah, he may be called Michael Myers, but it ain't the same as the original.
There it is, signed. That's her John Hancock. Oh, she hit him in the dick.
Nice.
Adam Pearce eating one.
Well,
And then they bring Seth
now
out.
he knows what Seth has to deal with at home. Robbie says, is he younger than you, D? If he's 41, yep. Because I'm an old ass woman. who's
Seth
fat.
looking fantastic.
Okay, his suit is fine, but the shirt I don't like. I don't like his shirt with it. It's
Looks like Poindexter.
creepy and gross. I don't like it at all. It's dumb. He could have totally went with something way better.
Edge, huh? Is Edge going to come out? Or is it too soon?
I think it's too soon.
Edge was here last week. Maybe he went home to Canada.
Roswell says, Travis, I would like to see do a live Raw stream out there in the winter time when it's 20 degrees.
I'm down.
Sweet. Pickle's like, dang, Pierce getting punked once again.
I've actually got a way to hook up my phone to the show so I could put in a little different camera and just be out here with my phone. I run outside. I'm braving it.
Run around in your underwear outside in a snowstorm doing a wrestling show.
They don't want to see me in my underwear. But yeah, I could do that, but not the underwear part.
Fine. Your swim trunks. Is that better?
In the hot tub.
No. Running around in the snow. In your bare feet in swim trunks.
Doing some Wim Hof.
Showing.
I passed out. I'm freezing to death. Fucking Wim.
If the wind doesn't blow, it's fine. But when the wind starts
I said
blowing, it's
whim,
icky.
not wind.
Oh, whim.
Wim Hof. I'll be doing my breathing and pass out. That's what happened to that Paul brother right before that one fight. He was doing his deep breathing, and then he fucking passed out, and he was doing it on the concrete, and he fell over and busted his head open.
I'm surprised they even let him wrestle or fight because he might have had a concussion.
It was like a couple weeks before, but yeah.
Pickle's like, dang, Pierce getting punked once again. And Robbie says, D, you don't age, do you? Lita says, yes, love looking at your yard. I'm envious. It is a pretty nice yard. Christ says,
I do want to
that
watch this.
Suit is cool. I didn't say the suit wasn't cool. I said his shirt wasn't. I don't like his shirt. The suit is fine. Like the suit, jacket, and the pants, great. The shirt.
Oh, it's on Disney.
Not a big fan of the shirt. Kind of makes me want to
No,
throw up.
not the shirt. But the suit is fine.
Yeah, the suit's great. Like, I like the suit. But the
I
shirt,
want to see
I'm
it in
not
like
a
a
fan
crushed
of.
velvet purple. The, not the suit, but the shirt under it.
That'd
Not
be okay.
that shirt, but just like pure crushed velvet. Like from the 70s.
Under that suit?
Uh-huh.
With that suit. I was thinking more of a blood red, but that's just me. Pico says, if you look hard enough, you can see a sailboat in Seth's shirt. I know, right? It's like what are those
Pictures?
paintings? Those paintings that if you just unfocus your eyes.
You're like, oh my God, there's somebody in the bottom of the ocean.
Vindicator says, Travis, when was the last time you had to shovel snow? Last year.
Last year, or every other week.
Last winter. Russell McIntyre's in the chat saying, I will get my title back, 3-time WWE champion. Alita's got heart faces. Picola says, I gotta watch that, LOL. Robbie says, I mean, you don't want to be tripping looking at Seth's suit and shirt. It would F with your mind. You fucking think, dude? Like, seriously, like, that shirt is, like, on crack. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I can't even look at it. It's, like, barfy. Oh my God, is that our kid? I don't know. Alita says, I've done that in short shorts. Run around in the snow, in a snowstorm. Thumb says, say, did Carmella show her armpits?
She did, actually. Yes.
I'm sure she did.
I thought about you when she did, too. I was like, hey, look.
Ew, gross. Something I never want to look at and think of.
She's
somebody
very
about.
feminine.
Robbie's like a magic eye poster.
Look at that next Friday on Fox Sports 1.
Oh, it's on FS1. Sweet.
Because the World Series.
Nice. Piccolo says, yeah, that's it. Find him at Spencer's. Right? You could find him at Spencer's. Or they just had him in the mall sometimes, like when malls were cool. And like they had stuff.
What are we talking about?
Those pictures. That
Oh,
you
yeah.
had to like unfocus your eyes to see the picture in them or whatever.
Smoke show next week. Selena Vega and Carmella. Fox Sports 1.
Film says, what's next for AJ Styles? Pico says, yeah, that's it. Find him at
Becky
Spencer's.
Lynch, Sasha Banks next Friday.
Next Friday, huh? Film says, not gonna lie, I love Carmella. Alita says, have him look like Superfly.
Seth Rollins is in the center of the squared circle.
Sure is hideous. It's so hideous.
He loves that shirt.
Robbie's like, D, were you a mall rat back in the day? No, I really wasn't. RKO Vince, that sign in the background says.
RKO Vince. Edge gonna show up? Edge is probably picking up apples off his carpet.
Probably. He's probably disinfecting his whole home. They're probably packed up and moving. They're like, we have to move. Seth ruined everything. Film's like, to be honest, it's not that gross. Vindicator says time flew by tonight. I'm surprised that happens with modern day WWE programming. Anyhow, you guys go warm up for Raw. Meet on recap night. See you two then. Bye. Bye, Vin. Thanks for
7
hanging
more
with
minutes.
us. We'll see you on
We
Monday.
will see you on Monday.
Lita says he's wearing a woman's shirt. Is he? Maybe he is. The way
Like a blouse.
a blouse. He's wearing a blouse. Kind of like Pat McAfee. He's wearing a blouse tonight, too. Pico's like a little Seth with a cane and feather in his hat. Because he's a fucking pimp. Film's like, all right, let's go, Rollins.
He's at home.
Rob is like, Seth even oiled up his beard.
That's how you get ready.
Ooh, so mean. Lou's back in here saying, I was a goth mall rat as a teen, hung at the mall and the Barnes & Noble next door.
That's pretty cool.
Pico says I
We
spent
would go
so
to the
many-
mall, but I was never in that group. They were a little bit older,
The mall people.
and then I never ended up doing it when I got
never
older.
went to the mall. I didn't have friends that hung out at the mall, and I never wanted to go hang out at the mall. It was weird. Pico says I spent so many hours at the mall sneaking snacks in movie theaters and spending too much money on incense. Incense, right? Yeah.
And you know it.
Everybody was so, and they're all like, ew, I need that patchouli incense. Ugh, God, I hate the smell of that crap.
No.
That stuff is like the worst stink in the world. Film says, edge, edge, edge. Film's like, oh, the rated R superstar. Robbie's message retracted. Alita says, I stopped going to the mall once I caught the flu. She's like, caught the flu like 25 years ago.
Fuck that
this
sound
shit.
gun.
I'm never going to the fuck mall again. Caught the flu. Alita, you crack me up, girl. Big old, it's like, it really does stink. I mean, that shit smells. And then fucking bitches wear it as fucking perfume. Oh my God, smelly. There is a person that works at a store in our town, a Tractor Supply store in our town, and he's a dude, and he wears it, and it is disgusting. Like, it smells so bad. So bad.
Sure it's working.
Yeah, it came back on. It was there for a second. Sorry if we were,
Dancing
buffering.
around.
We're back, though. Anyways, I was talking about somebody who wears it. And people who wear it as perfume, that's just gross. Rob was like, who hasn't taken sweets from the mall? Sweets?
Ed showed up.
What kind? Okay, like taken them as in like stole them? Like stole things from them? No, nobody stole things. Okay, so there used to be a store in the mall called ZCMI. And upstairs in there, they had a candy counter. And that shit was delicious. My mom and I would go there, and that was one thing that we would do. We'd go upstairs and get, and everybody's going to think it's gross, chocolate-covered raisins and, like, chocolate-covered mixed nuts.
Why would
Oh
somebody
my
think
God.
that's gross?
Because a lot of people don't like raisins. There's a lot of people that don't like them. I know you do. But some people
Hey,
think
look,
they're
it's like
gross.
hourglass.
They're sticky. And Edge
Edge
came
is just
down
kicking
and
his ass.
answered Seth's, whatever you want to call it, his,
Ass.
oh shit. Poor McAfee. He's
McAfee
like,
went with him.
that's my,
That's my
that's
microphone.
my headphones.
He's choking the shit out of him.
McAfee lost his headset. He's like, oh shit, I gotta get out. He's trying to get the fuck out of the way. And Edge is like, here, let me take it with me.
Oh, Edge with that patented pose. He's the only one that can get it off of there without bending it. Everybody else bends it.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. He does it somehow.
He does it quick. He snaps it off instead of pushing it. Uh-oh.
There you go, Rollins.
Get him, Edge.
Now get him, or run away, one or the other.
Come on, Edge.
He elbowed him in
Do
the
it
head.
for your family.
Oh, he elbowed him in the neck. He's escaping.
The Monday Night Messiah looks terrified.
Robbie's like, D, what perfume do you wear?
What is that called?
I wear a perfume called Very Irresistible by Givenchy. Piccolo says, darn, GF made me Walt.
Crown Jewel. Hell in a Cell. He said he could he can pick the speculations. No? Why can't I talk today? He could pick the specifications. Anyways, the match.
Right.
I'm using the wrong word. What word am I looking for?
The specifics?
No.
Specifications?
Yeah, but that's not how he uses it. What the fuck?
Pickle's like, damn, girlfriend made me Walt in Disney stores and other girly stores. Oh, the craptastic memories. It looks as the mall was like 5 blocks away walking distance, so it was a prime hangout spot, a bookstore, a big mall, and a huge theater right there. Of course, I was always there. Robin says, pick and mix is easy to steal from that. Luna says, now I heard that the Disney stores is shutting its doors in the malls. Film says, what is Becky Lynch doing?
I didn't know Disney had a store in a mall.
They have Disney
What do they
stores
sell,
and
like
malls,
Mickey Mouse?
Disney stuff. Alita says, I haven't either been back to the mall since. And Robbie says, I don't mind chocolate raisins. And Lou says, chocolate covered raisins are yummy. Like, right? I know, like, people don't love them. I love them. Have you guys ever had dark chocolate covered craisins? Oh my God. Dark
What's a
chocolate
craisin?
covered cranberries are delicious. They're just dried cranberries. They are so good. And what's even better is you eat them like with like, you know, cashews or something like that. Yum, yum. Stipulations. Thanks, Luke.
Holy shit. I was gone, dude. I was seriously going to start Googling it.
Like, I don't know what fucking word I need to use. Phil's like, ha ha ha, you're very funny. Robbie's like, Hell in a Cell, Edge versus Seth. Pico says, yeah, I'd rather eat those more than sour candy stuff. Film's that. Robbie's like, nice choice, D. Thanks. Alita says, I don't like raisins. See, people don't like raisins. See, Alita is one of them. Film says, I love this stream. Live stream. Luke says, stipulations. Film says, love you guys. Thanks, Film. Happy that you're here hanging out with us. Luke's like, ha ha ha. Phil's like, LOL. And Evilbot is back. Hey, Evilbot. Robbie says, I wear polo blue or red or diesel bad intense. Cool. I don't know what those smell like.
I wear
Axe,
Eternity from the 90s.
As long as it's not Axe spray, you're good. Because that
Eternity.
Axe stinks like the high heaven
Mid-90s.
of death.
The greatest smell ever.
That shit stinks so bad, that Axe. I don't even know how people like it. Ugh.
You know, people could be wearing that.
I know people do, and I can't stand it. They smell so bad. Luna's like, now I'm gone. Evilbot says Roman Reigns will walk out as Universal Champion at Crown Jewel. Roberto says, nice Hell in a Cell. Alita says, stipulations.
Is that going to be at Crown Jewel? Are we going to get a Hell in a Cell at Crown Jewel?
I think that's what they were talking about. Robbie says, I remember the fried egg looking sweets. Ew, gross. Pickle's like, Travis had a stroke. LOL, stipulations.
I did.
Film's like, I had raisins once. They're not that bad. Chocolate covered ones are good. Gothlushes is going to sleep also. Evilbot says the Crown Jewel is 2 weeks away. And Pickle says, haha, cool water. Cool water, 90s.
I remember cool.
So 90s there.
Right when Snoop Dogg sang about it, it blew up, and then I never wore it. Like, I was like, well, I'm never going to switch off of Eternity.
Alita loves craisins. Okay, so have you ever had chocolate covered ones? because I have a store here that has bulk candy, and in the bulk section they have dark chocolate covered craisins, and they are so good. They are delicious. Robbie
I'm gonna have
says
to eat me some of
Axe
those.
in the UK is called Lynx Africa is the only one that's good. I don't know. I just think they all stink so bad. Like, all the Axe smells bad to me. All right, everybody. Well, that's the end of SmackDown. We only had 4 matches for the King of the Ring and the Queen's Crown tournament. There was 2 women's and 2 of the men's. The men's was Sami Zayn versus Rey Mysterio. Sami Zayn won that one.
Yes.
Then it was Cesaro versus
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor won that. So our next one we'll see will be Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn on the King of the Ring
Next week.
next Friday. Then we'll see the other side on Monday for the continuation of the other side of the bracket. For the women's Queen's Crown, they had Liv Morgan versus Carmella. Liv Morgan lost to Carmella. Carmella won. And they had Selena Vega versus Toni Storm, which is a really weird thing.
Toni
but
Storm
they had
lost.
Selena win that, which, I mean, it's cool,
Clean.
but at the same time, it's weird.
Both of those matches were clean.
Yeah, so they have Zelina versus Carmella in that next bracket round of the Queen's Crown. And of course, they'll continue that on Monday, also on Raw, and go on to the other side of the bracket, which is going to be the Raw people. Anyway, so everybody have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there, everybody. Enjoy. If you have great weather, enjoy it. If you have cooler weather, stay inside or go do something warm and fun. Eat soup and read a book.
Drink your tea. All right, thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.